finally know what to do. She reaches into her pouch and she pulls out a small vial of faintly glowing water. And she goes, "Take this, you bastard," and throws it straight at his face. And it goes, psh, smashes and splashes holy water everywhere. And he goes, "Ow! What the hell?" And all three of you pop up and everything's fine. And then I think about 10 seconds or so pass. Whoop, 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 whoop. And the necromancer bolts upright. You hear the sound of the door opening. "What the hell are you doing here? Didn't I tell you to go?" And you can hear a very chirpy and excitable, "Uh-oh. Hi. I'm Lisanne. Hi."
Is the necromancer in the room with us?
Yes.
Okay, so we're in the room where he was sobbing before.
Yes.
Yeah, but we're in the pit.
You're in the pit, in there. And I am going to be rolling initiative now, because...
I was actually going to say, while he's talking to Leon, I was going to walk up behind him and try to hit him over the head to knock him out.
The thing is, he's not really planning on talking to Lisanne, which is why we're rolling initiative.
Of course. Do you mean us as well?
A natural one. Yes, I'm going to need one from all of you as well. Who got 20 or more? 10 or more?
16.
16. Okay, Eao is going to be up first. Then 5 or
9.
more. 9, and granted you got 7, right? Lisanne rolled a natural 1. Okay. Eao, you are up first. Let me bring you all into...
The pit!
The pit! Top of the round, it is Eao. Eao, you're in a pit. Those walls are 10 feet high. They look a bit slippery, though.
You said, are there torches in this room?
Yeah, there are torches on each of those pillars at the top. So... it's all quite bright light.
And to confirm, the necromancer was crying over this corpse, yes?
The one on the bottom, yeah.
Okay, so I have a potion of climbing, so I'm going to drink that, just so I don't have to deal with the slippery walls.
Makes sense. It's a shame you got rid of all your rope, but oh well. Yes. Yep. So you've got a climbing speed equal to your movement speed, which is extremely helpful, of course, as Grounded will tell you. And yeah, you won't have any problems on the walls. Comparatively.
I'm assuming he doesn't know that the three of us are here.
If you want to approach quietly, roll me a stealth check. Not least because there's a chance
14.
Lisanne will go, "Friends!" Or more accurately,
14.
just give it away. 14. Okay. Passive perception. Yeah, no, you good. You appear to be behind him, and he has not noticed you and turned around. Lisanne may have noticed you, but isn't looking at you.
Yeah. Last question. Are the torches on the walls removable, or are they the ones that are like bolted in?
They're removable. Yeah, it's sort of an open sconce that you just sort of slot one in, so you can just pull one out if you need to.
If you're let me, I want to grab one of the torches and hold it just above the body.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. That'd be your item interaction, and then holding it over the body. Sure.
And then I'm going to tell him no further movement.
He spins around and he's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! No, 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 no! Leave her alone. She did nothing."
Fine, but this time we talk.
He looks between you, the torch, and the small bundle of rags on the plinth, and says, "Okay, hold on. Okay."
Make your next move carefully. The slightest hit against me could make me lose my grip.
Okay, it's his go, and he is going to look at the bundle of rags and at you. He's going to go, "You're not going to let me leave, are you?"
We just want to talk.
They all say that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I never wanted to hurt anyone. And he reaches into a pouch in his robes and pulls out a small velvet black pouch. And he opens it up, and there's this black glittering dust. And he throws it in a circle around himself. And he says, "I'm sorry. I didn't want to hurt anyone, but now you have made me. I will need a Constitution saving throw from everyone in the room."
That's not a spell, is it?
It is. It is a spell. It is absolutely a spell. Technically, you have not seen him cast it, but I'm gonna allow you, because you're tall, to have maybe just about seen him do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna count the spell then.
Okay, so it is a 6th level spell. You are casting at 3rd level.
Okay, so I have to roll.
So you have to roll.
Yes.
10 plus the spell's level. Okay, so DC 16.
Yeah, so it's just 16. And that is with my spellcasting modifier or what?
Spellcasting modifier, I believe.
Okay, so that's 17.
Okay. It is cancelled. And so this rippling sphere of necrotic energy starts pulsating out of him, and it goes whoop, 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 You send presume a ray of golden light straight at it, and it splinters into what I'm going to assume are butterflies and disappears.
Congratulations on playing the dubstep.
Just like, and it is gone. Yeah, you've used your counter spell, and you have countered its casting of. But I'm going to tell you what it is, because you are a proficient spellcaster, and this is the sort of thing you might know. Circle of Death, which is very well named. Let me put it that way. That was his action, but he also points at this pile of corpses that are in the far corner. So you remember you saw there was blood coming down one of the walls in the northeast corner. There is a pile of corpses. He points at it and he says, "Rise!" And a zombie appears here in the pile, which I will add to the initiative at the bottom because I can't be asked. All he has left is movement, so he is going to run straight at you, right up next to you. He can't do anything else, of course. That's his actions. And we are done, and over to Leros.
I'm going to try and climb up here.
Okay, can you roll me, please, an athletics check?
Oh, good. That's still a mighty 6.
6. You're back in the pit, I'm afraid, and you are now prone in the blood. Good news.
Can I use
Good
them?
news. It's all looped around. There's shit in the blood pool and blood in the shit pool, but there we are. You're back. I did not intend that.
Okay, in that case, can I stand up?
Oh yeah, you can. It'll use half your movement to do so.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think I can try that again, because it would also use half my movement to try that. So, can I see the gentleman?
I'm saying that because you're quite tall, you can just about see him when you lean back enough.
As a bonus action, I'm gonna curse.
Okay, you're gonna curse him?
Yep. And then I'm gonna be like...
It's like Eldritch Blast, like with like finger puppets at the top, like.
Yep.
A small spark of Eldritch golden energy just comes out, and it just sort of goes, and then shoots off and slams him in the side. Presumably, roll your attacks. Roll your attacks. I will allow that.
Okay, that's 11 for the first one. I don't think it's gonna do much, but natural 20 on the second.
Okay, the second will definitely hit. Then roll crit damage.
I wish I had more dice on this, but I do not. Just 11 damage. A 4 and a 2.
Okay, so it goes into him though. He's noticed. He's noticed you now. Well, he probably would have noticed the counterspell, maybe, but he certainly knows that there's a mage here. Okay, with that done, we go to ground.
Killing in a hole.
Presumably I'm too short to just lean over the top, aren't I?
Yeah. But you can walk up the wall. You've got a climbing speed. It's only Leros who doesn't.
Okay.
You can pick me up.
You raise him up so that he can stand on mountains.
Would it use my move action to pull him up?
It would be part of your movement. I would say it would probably be equivalent to difficult terrain. Like when you grapple someone and move them, it's going to be you use twice your movement to move, essentially.
Okay, I climb up and pull Leros up then.
Okay, so it's 10 feet high, so that's going to be 20 feet of your movement used to bring the both of you up. But you're able to do that perfectly fine. That's no problem. So
okay, where do you place me, on the bridge or?
Oh yeah. Where are you dropping?
Drop me.
Where are you dropping Glarus?
Okay. Can I just sort of nudge him onto the bridge?
Yeah.
Hopefully, so the necromancer hasn't seen me. And then, as I climb up, can I pull out my hand crossbow and take a shot, sneak attack at him?
You can take a shot. It will not be with advantage because he has seen you.
This was sneak attack.
That's because you weren't hiding. And also, you lifted a lion onto a bridge. This is not something that's very easy to do stealthily. But you will still get sneak attack damage because he's within 5 feet of Aao.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I don't have advantage, but I do get sneak attack.
Yeah, that's right. You can even wails from the grave onto Aao if you feel like.
Hey, Aao, check out my friends!
You just hear us screaming, leeches!
Okay, does a 13 hit?
Yep, 13 will hit.
Okay, that's a 7, and... That is 3d6. Need to stop dropping my die. Okay, a 7, 3, 7, 4, and 4, 7, 3, 4, and a 6, 7, 3, 4,
That's 20 even.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good. Not quite bloodied, though.
Okay, and I say, okay, step away from the cleric.
He's nowhere near. He's very close to the rogue at the moment. He points at the pile again and shouts, "Rise!" and a ghoul appears.
I also ask, so are they all called Rise? Because that seems unlikely.
All various spellings of the word rise. It is now Lisan's go. Okay, I'm ready. I know what to do. I finally know what to do. She reaches into her pouch and she pulls out a small vial of faintly glowing water and she goes, "Take this, you bastard," and throws it straight at his face. And it goes, psh, smashes and splashes holy water everywhere. And he goes, "Ow! What the hell?" And we'll take 1 point of damage.
It's the ball that counts.
I mean, I would say you should probably roll to hit because she does have advantage and she could crit with it.
She could crit, but there's no dice involved, so it still wouldn't actually increase the damage. And she sort of looks at her hands and goes, "Isn't holy water meant to work?"
On undead, yes.
I only brought one vial. Oh. Anyway, that's her turn. Over to the zombie. Who's going to go?
I like the idea of her saying anyway.
15, 20. Yeah, she's like, anyway, on to the next plan, I guess. The zombie's coming over you, and it is going to do a slam. The old slim slam against Glarus.
Alright. Also, I forgot to say it on my turn, but can I just sort of climb 10 foot up the pillar with the rest of my movement?
I assumed you were up the pillar, yeah. That's why I've kind of placed your counter there. So that is going to be a 16 to hit. Doesn't hit.
Nope.
No, very well armored. Excellent. The zombie is groaning at you. It's very upset at having been woken up. But that's its go, and we go over to the ghoul,
Relatable.
who's going 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to the other side of you. And is going to strike at you. That's a 2, so that's not going to hit. These undead, they can't do shit. I don't know why you'd be a necromancer. Okay, with that done, we go back to Eao. Eao, you're holding a torch over a small, bloodied bundle of rags.
Okay, so seeing him approach me the way he does, I'm going to say, "You stupid son of a bitch, I just wanted to talk," and I'm going to hit him with the torch.
Okay, make me an attack roll then. Make me an attack roll.
I'm assuming improvised weapon?
This would be a club. Have you got simple weapons? Yeah, use your simple weapons.
I'm guessing it's not finesse.
No, clubs are not finesse. Club will be strength based, but it's okay. You're hitting a wizard. It's not wearing armor.
So, yeah. So that is to hit a 20.
Yeah, that'll hit. That'll do it. That will do it nicely.
Yeah. And what's the damage?
So for a club is 1d6, but I will say add 2 fire damage as well because it's lit, and that'll be plus your strength modifier as well.
Yeah.
But no sneak attack damage, I'm afraid.
Yeah, no. So that is 4 damage plus 2 fire.
Okay, he's now bloodied and slightly singed, and he sort of reels backwards and like, jeez, yeah, But he is ultimately actually refreshed that you have not burnt the bloody pile. But he points again at the other bloody pile in the corner and says, "Rise!" And he raises another.
Is that a reaction or?
Legendary action.
Reaction.
I love legendary actions. Give them to everyone. It's great. And another ghoul appears. Okay, anything else here?
No, that'll be it.
Okay, it's now the necromancer's go. Launches forwards with his hand against your shoulder, and he casts the spell. Are you counterspelling?
Yes.
Okay, let me just double check what level of spell this is, but I'm pretty sure you're going to automatically do this one. It's 3rd level, which means you automatically stop it. So this horrifying energy comes out of the center of his palm, and it sort of leeches your essence from you, and you can sort of see it coming from your face like a blur going towards the hand, but suddenly this bolt of golden light comes from Glarus again, strikes it, and it again disintegrates, this time into small fragments of mirrors that fade out and disappear because you have counterspelled Bestow Curse. Very nice.
Oh, handy.
So, I have a question.
Okay.
One, I assume that was a melee spell attack.
Yes. No, actually, it's not. It's a touch attack. It's different. It's a touch, but it's not an attack roll or anything like that. It's a spell save DC.
Yeah, because I was going to ask, would this be a applicable situation for me to dazzle him?
No, it's not a melee spell attack in this case.
Okay.
He does have some, but that's not one of them. He will be using those soon though, because he's running out of spell slots. But he does have a few.
Then in that case, I'm going to be using a magician's die to use with the Moonlit Devil.
Okay, go for it.
So first things first, I roll a magician's dice. I'll need him to make a raw strength check.
I'm assuming that's not going to go well. 5.
Yeah, does he beat a 27?
He does not beat a 27 with a 5, I can tell you that, yeah. Pasty nerd that he is.
Okay, we switch places, and I get to make a melee attack against him.
Okay, so he goes there, you go there. Go for it, make your melee attack, as you sort of dance around him.
Yeah, that is 18 plus numbers.
That'll
five.
hit. That'll hit. What's the trigger for with the Moonlit Devil again?
When a creature attacks me when they are within 5 feet of me.
Ah, fair. This technically was not an attack, but we'll allow it this time.
Yeah, Dazzle is specifically a melee attack, while Moonlit Devil is any attack.
Yeah, this wasn't an attack, but it involves touch, so I'd probably allow it. Because that's the point, is that you're sort of grabbing the hand, spinning him around. I think it fits.
That will be 11 damage.
11 damage. Okay, let me just add that up. All right, very nice. He points at that pile of corpses again, and he raises another ghoul. And it is now Glarus.
I would like to go away from the zombie.
I could have moved him, because that would have used your reaction AO. He could have moved away without an attack of opportunity. That was stupid of me. Okay, so you're spinning around. You're getting closer to the necromancer. The zombie is going to take an attack of opportunity on you. That is a crit. That is a natural 20, but it's okay. It's only the zombie slam. It's not anything major. Let me just get the damage. I believe it's a d6. 5 bludgeoning damage. There you go on the crit.
Thank you. That's me 10 points below my previous max.
Terrifying. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna make 2 melee attacks against the fine gentleman here.
2 melee attacks. Okay, go for it. With advantage? No, not with advantage. I mean, they'll still probably hit. He's a pasty nerd. Okay, the 11 does not hit.
And natural 19, which means critical.
Oh, well, yeah, that'll definitely hit then. Yeah, if you've got a crit.
That's what I do. 11 and critical. 11 and critical. That's
every
twice
time.
Now.
Okay, yeah.
I do request, because I don't know if this will be fatal damage or not, that you do make this a non-lethal attack.
It will be a non-lethal attack.
Let's see that damage.
17 points.
17 points. Okay, he's not dead, I'm afraid. But it's very close. It's very close. Very close indeed. That's a good hit. With that done, we go to grounded.
I should have made one more step.
Very close, you say?
Very close.
I'm going to take an aim action at the ghoul.
Okay.
Aim at the
with my hand crossbow, of course.
Rogues get them.
Yeah, it's a good thing I had advantage on that, because I got my second roll was a 1, but that's a 24 to hit.
Oh, that'll hit. That'll definitely hit. I mean, you know that zombies and ghouls and undead aren't that well armored. So that definitely hits. How much damage?
So for the damage against the ghoul, that is 7, 5, 3,
15 so far.
1, 16, and a 6.
22. That's exactly what you have to hit to kill it.
My God.
Now, let me see. Hang on. It's going to have to make a constitution save, but that would be a 27, which it can't make. That is a dead ghoul.
As I'm doing this, I make eye contact with the necromancer and say, I heard you like the dead. And I use Wells from the Grave on him.
You are non-lethally sending a load of ghosts at you. You cannot actually Wails from the Dead non-lethally, I believe. But I think Wails from the Grave is your weapon, isn't it? Still.
Yeah, it's from my sneak attack, so I guess it's weapon.
Yeah, that'll be fine then.
That's weaponized ghost.
2d6.
I will check that later and get back to you on it, just in case I'm wrong. But for now, we'll roll that way, because otherwise people will be trying to do non-lethal fireballs.
5 total.
5 total. Okay. Drops like a stone on the ground right there. The zombies are still up, though.
Okay, that's all my actions then.
I'm going to put him upside down to show he's knocked out. Just overwhelmed by the ghosts, clearly. It's Lisan's go, and she's going to run forwards. She is going to do a grapple on Eao. She's going to give you a hug, basically.
Okay. I was like, is this it? Is this the great betrayal?
She's not smart enough to betray you. So that is a 20 on the athletics check there to hug you, basically, because she's so happy to see you. She thought she was about to die because she opened a door and there was a necromancer and nothing else.
Yeah, okay, I'll let it happen.
Okay, and she smiles and she feels really happy.
Still have some undead.
Every bit of her starts to glow, and this wave of radiant energy goes woof out of her and ripples through the undead, and they immediately turn around and run. Guess she did learn how to do turn undead, but only once, maybe. But she did say she would practice.
I knew they were weak to friendship.
So yeah, they are going to be trying to get out as quickly as they can. Now that door is actually locked, so they are just sort of slamming against it at the moment. But for the moment, you've got about a minute to get out if you want to before they all turn around. So at the moment, I will say you're out of combat, but you have 1 minute, and that will be 1 minute in real time starting now.
Okay, I got
That is going to be so many Eldritch Blasts.
That's going to be
I will 1 minute.
20 Eldritch.
Yeah, I'll spend. Yeah, I'll blast the 20 Eldritch Blasts.
Oh, are you attacking the undead?
Yes.
Okay, so never mind.
Oh,
We're
so
back
you're-
into initiative because that ends turn undead the moment you attack them.
Oh.
Any of them.
The moment you attack any of them, they get unturned.
Oh.
They are no longer turned down for anything, let alone
For
friendship. Yeah. That is one of the effects of turn undead. It only lasts as long as you don't attack them.
Ah.
So we're right back to initiative. That was fun. But yeah, roll your attacks.
The same initiative?
Yeah, we're going to use the same initiative just because I can't be asked. And in your benefit, the zombies and all that are actually at the bottom of the initiative order. Leros, roll your attacks.
That's a 13 and a 20.
Okay, they'll both hit. Who are you attacking first?
That's the one right in front of me.
Okay. Oh, yep, sure.
18 points total.
18 points total. Very nice. It's still up, but very nice. Then it would be Grounded to go. Grounded, I'm going to say you are currently surprised as you were not expecting this to happen. Lisanne is busy hugging, and we go to the zombie who is trying his very best to get out the door, and over to the ghoul who has just suddenly noticed you all again and goes and sort of makes a noise and goes straight towards you. That is a 19. Does that hit?
That hits.
Okay, so that is the claws coming out at you. You are going to take 2d4 plus 2 slashing damage, and I will need a DC 10 con save. Now, do remember your constitution is 2 lower than usual.
Yeah, it's still a 19 should be it.
That'll be fine. And it's 7 points of slashing damage that you took.
Ow.
You got the reverse healing potion treatment. And that is that ghoul's go, but it is now right in front of you. Ghoul 3 is still trying to get out as best as it can, and we go to Eao, top of the round.
Would I be able to throw one of my daggers without it affecting, being affected by me being grappled?
Oh yeah, that's fine. You can do any kind of attacks while grappled. All grappled does is stops you from moving. Where you are though, currently you haven't got good aim. Well, you've got good aim at the ghoul that's right in front of Leros.
Yeah, that's one.
Oh yeah, that'll be fine then. That'll be fine, yeah.
In fact, I'm going to steady aim this.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, you're not moving anyway. You may as well, yeah.
Yeah, that is a 24 to hit.
24 to hit will probably hit a ghoul, yeah. Okay, roll damage.
Yeah.
Don't forget your sneak attack, of course, because you have an ally within 5 feet plus advantage. And I'm going to have
That's
to roll
22 damage.
22 damage. Once again, that's impossible for it to beat the save, so it is dead. Very nice.
3d6 is a lot of damage.
Oh, it really is. It's lovely. The downside, of course, is you don't get too much armor. Okay, we go over to Leros. Leros, are you Eldritch blasting the other two, or are we going to end initiative here?
I mean...
Oh, so it's per each?
Yeah, each one drops the moment you attack it. Each one's...
Oh, I
turned.
meant like all 3 at a time.
Oh, no.
I mean...
They don't
I
have that
suppose
much
that means
friendship
we
power.
could defeat them via assembly line.
Oh, you could. If you want to do that.
Want to clean the place up before we go? Before we have a rest?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to do that, none of you are going to be surprised. I presume you're all going to be doing ranged attacks. You may as well do them at the same time. So if you want to all 3 roll ranged attacks, those of you who would have advantage do so. All you've got to do is do 22 points of damage in one go, in total. That way we don't have to worry about initiative, we don't have to worry about initiative orders. We'll just go until 22 points of damage is tallied, and we'll do that on the second one as well.
I assume that Eao can move closer with Lisa in tow.
No, technically.
So she can get a better shot.
I'm technically grappled. And Lisanne is a lot stronger than I am.
Lisanne's very strong, but you can probably convince Lisanne to move with you. That'll be fine.
Yeah,
that'll be fine.
That's what I meant, yeah.
So the AC you've got to beat is 12. So roll your d20s. If you don't beat a 12, don't even bother rolling damage.
I've got a 19.
You're fine.
I got a 24 again.
You can probably just tell me if you hit. Or crit.
9 damage from me total?
9 damage from you total. How much damage from you, Grounded? You need 13 more points. And then it is guaranteed to die because it can't beat the Constitution save. Technically, it gets 1 when it gets hit 0 based on the last bit of damage, but fuck it. You're readying it all to go off at once like a superhero. Just stop
20.
counting when you hit 13. Yep, that's fine. That one's dead. Okay, for the next one, we're going to start with Eao. Eao, we will start with you.
I don't think I'll need anyone else's help here,
Yep, okay.
because that was a nat 20.
There we go. All right. Roll me all that lovely damage. And just in case it's 4 ones that you roll, everyone else roll attack rolls just in case. It would be very, very unfortunate if it was. I have done it once as a rogue, though, and I was very pissed off.
Yeah,
Never
that
gonna
sounds
believe
like
this.
it's bad. It's 23 damage.
23 damage, it's dead.
I think you can count at that point, yeah.
Yep, it physically can't beat it. Okay, we are all out of initiative. You have the room. There is an unconscious necromancer on the ground. There is the bloodied robes. You can also see the massive strewn pile of books. And there's also a chest right next to you, Eao, and there's a little bedside table as well. And let me open
So
it.
I'm gonna go and
Nice.
try
Hold
out
on one at a time. We'll start with
Rogans.
Leoros.
Sorry.
No, we'll start with you, Leoros.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go and disable the alarm by moving the gems.
Okay, Eao, you were talking at the same time. What was this?
Yeah, I was going to say one of us should probably go, since Glarus decapitated all the corpses, we should probably go back and get some of that rope to tie this guy up.
Okay.
Yeah, that was part of my plan as well. Like, get the gems, so it doesn't make noise, then go get some rope.
I mean, if you're doing that, then that's fine.
No, yeah, fair.
Okay.
Be sure to grab enough rope to not only tie him down, but to, like, so we can make, like, a large knot and gag him.
Okay. And grounded?
Okay, can I search the necromancer and also cast detect thoughts on him just to... I suppose he's unconscious, isn't he? So I can't really do that.
You absolutely can, but it will fail.
Oh.
But it will still use the spell slot, yeah. Okay, so searching, can I get a perception check, please?
Yep. That's a 13.
You find a spell scroll in his pocket that he was keeping for emergencies, and it looks like he just did not get a chance to use it. Can you roll me Arcana in order to see if you can identify what's written on it? Because it is not written in, common or anything like that. It's just written in arcane symbols. It's like looking at a page of like advanced mathematics, essentially.
That's 15.
15. Okay, yeah, that's enough actually. You are looking at a spell scroll for greater invisibility.
Mine.
Bear in mind, you won't be able to cast it.
I think you...
What, do you need to use scrolls again?
You need to be able to cast that spell normally. It needs to be on one of your spell lists. You don't have to have the level for it because you can do a roll, and I think it's an Arcana or your spell modifier to try and cast it if it's above a level that you've got spell slots for. But you have to be able to cast it. I mean, double check. That might be on the list of things you can do. I don't know if you get greater invisibility later on, for example, as part of your Tiefling subrace. If you do, then you would still be able to do it. If not, it'll go to anyone who can.
No, the invisibility is the last spell I get from
Well,
that.
it's possible Rosad might be able to cast it. It's possible Leros might be able to cast it.
And it's possible we will choose you as the target.
Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be on yourself. And of course, you can always try and sell it. That's always an option as well. But you find that there's nothing else on his person. It appears he very quickly used the spell components for the Circle of Death, which Leros masterfully counterspelled, which is a good thing because that's
That's a fair amount of damage. Yeah, I was curious.
It
I had to look.
sure is. It's well named. The Circle of Death is well named. But yeah, there's nothing else on his person. But there's still, there's plenty of other stuff in the room. There's a chest that appears to be locked. There's all the books. There's the desk and his bedside table as well.
Did the eyes need anything special to remove, or are they just flopping out?
You need to try and pry them loose. So that was a strength check.
Okay, I'll take the crowbar to them.
Yeah, that's fine.
And that's gonna be a 16.
That's fine. They pop out. These are
And then I'll
smaller
go get
than the
some rope
last
as
time,
well.
so they're probably not going to be worth as much. But you won't know until you get them appraised.
Yeah, I'll just go and grab some rope and return to the room.
Okay, we're going to cut to Eao. Eao, what are you up to?
If I'm still in the room and no one else is doing it, I'm going to look through that other chest.
Okay,
That's in here.
it is locked. You can try and lockpick it, of course.
That is a 16 plus 5, 21.
That's what you need. You needed 20 or higher, and you're able to open it. Okay, so it pops open, and you find 1 potion of superior healing, 3 potions of healing, 3 amber gemstones, 2 garnet gemstones, 1 jet, 1 pearl, 2 spinels, 1 tourmaline, for a total of 10 100 gold piece worth gemstones. You also find 15 platinum pieces, 20 gold pieces, 50 electrum pieces, 100 silver pieces, and 285 copper pieces.
I'm gonna mark 2 small dodai gems on my sheet.
Okay, so immediately from all of this, I'm going to take the superior healing potion for myself, but pass the other 3 people near me a single health potion each.
It does make sense. You are the tank.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that.
So you take the potion of superior healing. You hand 1 potion of healing to Leros, 1 to Grounded, and presumably 1 to Lisanne.
Yeah.
Okay. And are you keeping the gemstones?
I'm for now putting the rest of this within my hat. I will divide it up between us later.
Okay.
Once we're out of this horrible, because I don't want to have to do math right now.
That's fair. That's perfectly fair.
Yeah. I'm gonna tie up the necromancer.
Okay, you hog tie the necromancer. And back to Grounded. Grounded, what are you up to?
Can I look around his notes to see if I can work out what he's been doing down here?
Sure, roll me another perception check, please. Actually, make
Also, what's the healing?
Make it investigation.
That's a 6.
Okay, you can't work it out. It appears to be you find a diary, but inside the diary, it's shards of arcane words and feverish writing in a kind of pigeon scratch that you really can't decipher. You do find some scrolls written, like curled up in there, though. You find 3 spell scrolls in there. They all look they're identical copies of each one. It looks like he's made them himself. And obviously, you can't tell just looking at them. You can do an Arcana check to try and determine what they are, but you do find 3 spell scrolls there.
Since I heard mention of gentle rest,
that's the 6 on Arcana as well.
Can I see if this has been cast on this person at all?
Yes, you can. Roll me
I think
Arcana.
that is a yeah, I don't have that, so that's a 6.
No idea.
Listen, does any of this look familiar?
Well, I've seen bodies before. Yeah, I mean, that's clearly a child. But you bury a few, don't you? I've had to do that. People die. This one looks bigger than the ones I usually see. Usually I see, they don't make it past the first 2 years. This one's probably, 5? 6?
No coins around here? On the altar?
On the
Anything
altar?
on the altar?
There's a lot of candles. They are lit. There is a copper coin in each eye, which you're familiar with the sort of cultural norm of putting copper coins on each eye to essentially send the spirit across the ferry to the hell or Hades or wherever they end up going.
Well, I guess we know what all those gentle repose ingredients were for.
But do we know if this is to prevent this child from going back? Why would this child come back?
It's a great question. It really is.
I'm gonna go and get some more rope and tie down the child as well.
If one of his undead killed it, there might have been a risk it would rise. Wait, would Grant know that?
You might suspect that. I wouldn't say you'd know much about the undead yet. I mean, you know about the dead, but not necessarily about the undead. Well, ghosts are undead as well, but they're somewhat different.
Yeah.
You don't raise ghosts.
So we're taking this lad to the temple of Morian, right? And Eao, can you put this in your hat? And I just hold a bundle of child and rope.
A hog-tied child corpse. Add that to your inventory, please, Eao.
Okay.
So, just to remind everyone, through the door opposite, there's a very large construct or undead thing of some sort that's cooking human corpses. So we want to do something about that, or
I think
there's also something over there that we might want to look into.
All of a sudden, you hear this rumbling, warping sound in the bricks overhead. Dust falls from the ceiling, and you hear the loudest boom you have ever heard in your life. It sounds like it's from far away, but it was huge. And now the bricks start crumbling loose, and it very much looks like it might fall in.
Grab the necromancer and run.
Yeah.
I can grab the necromancer and run.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you all run out as quickly as you can, and there are bricks falling, and the ceiling is crumbling in behind you as you're running. First of all, Leros, make me a dexterity saving throw, please. as you're running along the central platform that has those arcane sigils on it, the arcane sigils are gone now. That's clearly ended. A giant pillar on the opposite side starts to crumble in at you. Eao, please make a dexterity saving throw as you are in its path.
I got a 10 for mine.
You got a 10, you're okay.
Are we all rolling?
Oh, also
No.
I will grab this time as well as I went.
Mine is also a 10 even.
You're okay as well. Okay, lastly, as you're coming through to the room with the frog statue, you can see the light is now very much dimmer outside. There was the bright light of day earlier. It was a nice, cold, crisp spring morning, but now it's really sort of misty out there. And there are 5 pillars in the room, and they start to crumble in on you, and the ceiling drops down grounded. I will need a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay. Luckily, I'm proficient in this.
How do you even add my proficiency? Mine should have been a 6.
That's a 19.
You're fine as well, and you rush out and you climb the ladder, and as you emerge, blinking into what should be a bright day, the world has changed. There is a dense fog, and you can hear screaming from miles away in the city, and you turn and there is a pillar of smoke several miles over, and it is risen miles into the sky. And there are these sights that none of you have seen except Eao. Eao, you've seen this once before, and these are lines of flashing bright colors arcing through the sky, and these are the highest ranking mages Karaki have are centering on this one location, and as they approach, they fall out of the sky. The trails behind them end, they just fall screaming into the ground, and it is centered roughly on Silver Street. Eao, you might remember that location.
Yeah.
Everyone around you and Fish Street has stopped to look in the general direction where all this dust is coming from, and the clouds part a little that are over it, and you can see this dome of black energy, and it is just stopped there, centered on Silver Street, and nothing can approach it. There are people going over it in flying carpets, attempting to pour water onto it. You know, everyone is who's possibly trying. They are bringing magical items and everything they've got at it. The carpets are falling out of the sky. People are dying left, right, and center.